Tell me a bit about PACE's Connections. What is it? What makes it such a valuable resource for people working to address child abuse?
Well, Paces Connection was launched in 2012 as a sister site to another website called Aces Too High, that was created by Jane Stevens, who is a science journalist. And Jane, when she learned about ACEs, um, probably in about 2007, I think, um, she was so stunned that there was not any major effort by the government or the media or somebody to get the word out about the root cause of most of society's seemingly most intractable problems: domestic violence, child abuse, poverty, neglect, addiction, incarceration, unemployability, instability, failed marriages, not to mention the two times likelihood of heart disease and cancer when you've got an ACE score of 4 and up. So Jane was so overwhelmed by this that she started the site for journalists. That's the ACEs Too High, but she said we need a companion site. We need ACEs Connection. And so that's what it was called until 2021, when we changed the name because of the new research that had come out in 2019 telling us that the, the influence of the positive is so powerful as a protective factor that if you even if you have ACEs, even if you don't have any ACEs, if you don't have the positive, your outcome could be not as great, because that's how important and imperative the positive is. And so we changed the name in 2021 to PACES Connection to incorporate the positive childhood experiences into it. And that was thrilling because, you talk about preventing child abuse and neglect, and people, but you talk about the idea of creating positive childhood and community experiences. And that is inspiring for people, and has, I think, really helped us grow. Places Connection exists to get this information into the hands of people so that all people can thrive.
I think that one of the things that I find most fascinating about PACE's Connections is the resource center that you have. And I would love now if you could share that with us to show us what studies and documentaries and flyers and presentations are available that these countries in the Dutch Caribbean can use to support the work that they're now doing to create their action plans.
Resource Center has we hope to someday get back to doing our weekly roundup, but we have a whole section here on PACES Science, the 5 parts of PACES Science. And then this is Dana Brown, my partner on all this. She's in San Diego with her husband, and I'm in North Carolina. So we've got the East Coast and the West Coast here. But we list many, many books that are kind of the go-to books about trauma. This was probably last updated in about 2023, 2024. My hope is that when we get funding, we can, really be astute at keeping this valid. We also have, our different communities. Julius, there are 400 geographic communities on PACES Connection and about 50 topical sections, communities, and there's a parenting one that has also other resources for parents. But the documentaries and the videos, we've got, full-length documentaries listed here. There have been new documentaries that have been added, and we're eager to add those. But this would certainly get people going. The Pace of Science 101 videos in here, how childhood trauma affects health across a lifetime. That's from 2015. The wonderful Nadine Burke-Harris TED Talk that has been seen probably about 9 million times by now, but at any rate, they do go up to 2021. And again, when we get some funding, we'll be adding more. A list of glossaries about, different terms in the field. Handouts. We were very proud of all these handouts that we collected and made available for free, that any organization that wants to download these handouts and use them, however, is invited to do so. And not only that, but some of these, there's a space on the actual handout where organizations can put their own logos. So
Oh,
this wonderful Parenting to Heal and Prevent ACEs, which was done with our dear friend Donna Jackson Nakazawa, is in English, Spanish, and Dari. And if you go to this one, you can put your logo on that and we don't care. That's why we did it. We want it there for anybody to use for anything. The Path to a Just Society, we worked on this for such a long time to try to show our communities how to get to where we wanted to go. And there's a glossary with it as well to help us kind of gauge where we might be on the path to getting to a just society. So many, many, many wonderful resources here. Stress Busters, this is a great resource, again, that you can put your own logo on and hand out. And we did that in conjunction with, I think we did that with Nadine Burke-Harris, who was, as you probably know, the Surgeon General for the state of California for a couple of years. And now, so we had handouts by other organizations, just collecting these from the American Public Health Association, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Oklahoma State Department of Health. I mean, that we can get back into being able to, keep up with what the American Academy of Pediatrics has done, what the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation is doing, the National Institute for Healthcare Management, what are ACEs from Harvard University. So these are here. Presentations and webinars. We've created some of our own presentations and Oh gosh, we've got a gajillion webinars that we did um, when the pandemic, I call it the damdemic, when the pandemic hit in 2021. We went into hyperdrive, Julius, and did about 100 webinars. If you go to the PACES Connection uh, YouTube channel, and you can find the webinars that we did on everything from grief to parenting during the pandemic to um, all kinds of different topics about racism and dealing with workplace trauma. We've also collected vast research resources on ACEs study related publications, the epidemiology, the epigenetics. I mean, we really are the Library of Congress and the Wikipedia and the Facebook and the LinkedIn of the science of positive and adverse childhood experiences. Wikipedia site where any organization that has been doing work in creating resilient communities can upload their strategic plan and share it with other organizations. So this shows you all the different resources that he has put together, expanding trauma-informed foster care, increasing positive experiences in the early years. I don't know that there's something behind every one of these, but he is looking for us to fill this in.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's incredible. This man is amazing what he's done. Media resources, lots of videos that people keep adding these videos. I mean, look at this from, just last month. New videos, audio files, images that people can use, posters to let people know what's going on. So that's really, the PACES Science 101 for somebody who's really wanting the ground level. This is a definitive article that Jane Stevens wrote that really lays it all out for you.